Have you ever pondered the life of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, and her defining moments that still resonate today? This woman of power, persuasion, and political acumen reigned over Egypt during an era of decline, yet managed to leave an indelible mark on history. A captivating figure, Cleopatra was known for her political cunning, crafting strategic alliances with some of the most powerful men of her time. Her life was a tapestry woven with threads of political intrigues, romantic entanglements, and a relentless determination to sustain her kingdom. From her alliances with formidable Romans like Julius Caesar to her tumultuous relationship with Mark Antony, each chapter of her life was marked by a unique blend of calculated strategy and passionate involvement. So, let us embark on a journey back in time to unravel the life of Cleopatra. A journey that takes us beyond the veil of myth and into the heart of a woman who truly was the last of her kind. In the year 51 BCE, a young Cleopatra ascended to the throne of Egypt. At just 18 years old, she was thrust into a realm of power and responsibility, inheriting an ancient kingdom on the brink of decline. Her father, the pharaoh Ptolemy VI, had left Egypt in a state of disarray, with a dwindling economy and rising social unrest. Cleopatra, however, was no ordinary teenager. She was a woman of exceptional intelligence, charisma, and political acuity. Fluent in 9 languages and well-versed in mathematical and astronomical sciences, she was ready to take on the mantle of leadership. But Cleopatra's ascension to power was far from smooth. She shared the throne with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, in line with Egyptian tradition. However, their relationship was fraught with tension and power struggles. Cleopatra, with her keen political instincts, knew she needed to secure her position as the sole ruler of Egypt. And so, she embarked on a journey of strategic alliances and political maneuvering. Cleopatra understood the importance of Egypt's relationship with Rome, the superpower of the time. She recognized that aligning herself with Rome's most influential figures could bolster her power and stabilize her kingdom. But these alliances weren't just about power, they were about survival. Rome's growing influence threatened Egypt's sovereignty. Cleopatra needed strong allies to keep Egypt independent and to secure her throne. She was not just a queen, but a diplomat, a strategist, and a warrior. Cleopatra's early reign was marked by adversity. But she faced these challenges head-on, with courage and determination. She was not just a ruler, but a symbol of resilience and strength, a beacon of hope in a time of uncertainty. As we delve deeper into Cleopatra's life, we see a woman of incredible complexity and depth. A woman who, despite being born into power, had to fight for her place in history. A woman who used her intelligence, her charisma, and her courage to navigate the treacherous waters of politics and power. Cleopatra, with her intelligence and charisma, sought alliances to secure her reign. One of Cleopatra's most significant alliances was with none other than Julius Caesar himself. Now, this wasn't just a romantic entanglement. This was a strategic play, a calculated move by a queen who knew her kingdom's survival hinged on the whims of the Roman Empire. Cleopatra, the cunning and charismatic ruler that she was, didn't just manage to catch Caesar's eye. She captivated him, charmed him, and formed an alliance that would have far-reaching implications for both Egypt and Rome. They were partners in both the political and personal sense. Their relationship wasn't just about love or lust, it was about power, about securing a future for Egypt. Cleopatra's alliance with Caesar wasn't without its share of controversy. Many in Rome were scandalized by their relationship. After all, Cleopatra was a foreign queen, and Caesar, a married man. But the two of them didn't let that stop them. They were two powerhouses, each with their own agenda, navigating the treacherous waters of politics together. Their alliance bore fruit quite literally in the form of a son, Caesarion, or Little Caesar. As the son of the Roman leader and the Egyptian queen, Caesarion was a living symbol of their powerful union. He represented Cleopatra's hopes for the future, her dreams of a stable and prosperous Egypt, and for Caesar, Caesarion was a testament to his influence and his legacy. But as we know, all good things must come to an end. Caesar's reign was cut short by a brutal assassination. His death sent shockwaves through Rome and Egypt, leaving Cleopatra in a precarious position. Without her powerful ally, she was vulnerable, her throne threatened by the ever-present power struggles of Rome. And so Cleopatra found herself at a crossroads. She had lost her ally, her lover, the father of her son. But she was a queen, a leader, a survivor. She wouldn't let this setback deter her. She would keep fighting, keep struggling, for her son, for her kingdom, for her own survival. With Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra found herself once again entangled in the power struggles of Rome. This would lead her to form another alliance, this time with Mark Antony. But that's a story for another time. Cleopatra's life took another turn when she formed an alliance with Mark Antony, the magnetic Queen of Egypt and the triumphant Roman general. Their union was not only strategic but also romantic, a powerful combination that would shape the course of history. Mark Antony, a man of charm and military prowess, was drawn to Cleopatra's intelligence and charisma. Their alliance was a marriage of convenience, yes, but it was also a love story that would echo through the ages. Together they had 3 children, further cementing their bond. But as Cleopatra and Antony's power grew, so did the opposition. The most formidable of their opponents was Octavian, a man who would later become known as Emperor Augustus. Octavian viewed Cleopatra as a threat to Rome, a foreign queen wielding immense power and influence. He was determined to remove that threat, no matter the cost. Octavian's opposition to Cleopatra and Antony was not simply personal, it was also political. He painted Cleopatra as a seductress, a manipulator who used her charms to ensnare Antony and threaten Rome. This narrative, whether true or not, was a powerful weapon in Octavian's arsenal. It helped to turn public opinion against Cleopatra and Antony, making their position increasingly precarious. Despite the growing opposition, Cleopatra and Antony remained defiant. They continued to rule together, standing against the winds of change that threatened to topple their power. But their defiance came at a cost. It led to the famous Battle of Actium in 31 BCE, a naval confrontation that would forever alter the course of their lives. The Battle of Actium was a devastating defeat for Cleopatra and Antony. Their forces were outmatched by Octavian's navy, leading to a crushing loss that left their alliance in ruins. This defeat marked a turning point in Cleopatra's life, a moment when her fortunes began to wane. The Battle of Actium in 31 BCE marked a turning point in Cleopatra's life. From this point on, the fate of Cleopatra and Antony was sealed, setting the stage for the tragic end of their story. But that is a tale for another time. For now, we remember them in their prime: Cleopatra, the captivating Queen of Egypt, and Antony, the Roman general who loved her. Their story is a testament to the power of alliances, the dangers of opposition, and the enduring allure of a love that defied the odds. The Battle of Actium was a devastating defeat for Cleopatra and Mark Antony. This was no ordinary clash of swords and shields, it was a turning point in the annals of history. The year was 31 before the Common Era. Antony and Cleopatra, 2 of the most powerful figures of their time, were pitted against the might of Octavian's navy. They fought valiantly, but their forces were ultimately outnumbered and overpowered. In the aftermath of the battle, a wave of despair washed over Antony. He was a man caught in the throes of defeat, a warrior robbed of his honor. In a tragic twist of fate, he was led to believe that Cleopatra, his partner in power and love, had died. Overwhelmed by grief and loss, Antony chose to end his own life. Meanwhile, Cleopatra was far from dead. When she learned of Antony's suicide, her world crumbled. She was a queen who had lost her kingdom, a mother who had failed to secure a future for her children, and a woman who had lost the love of her life. In her despair, she saw no way forward. She chose to meet her end in a manner befitting her life, dramatic and unforgettable. Cleopatra ended her life with the bite of an asp, a venomous snake. With Cleopatra's death, the last pharaoh of Egypt was gone. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which had ruled Egypt for nearly 3 centuries, was no more. Egypt transitioned into Roman control, marking the end of an independent Egypt and the beginning of a new chapter as a province of Rome. Cleopatra's death marked the end of an era, but the beginning of a legacy. Her life was a tapestry of political cunning, strategic alliances, and romantic entanglements. Her death was a tragedy that echoed through the ages. But in her death, as in her life, Cleopatra proved to be an enigma, a figure that would continue to captivate and intrigue the world for millennia to come. Cleopatra's life may have ended, but her story continues to captivate generations. Even after her death in 30 BCE, the tale of Cleopatra echoes in the corridors of time, her legacy enduring through the ages. This last pharaoh of Egypt, known for her political cunning and strategic alliances, left an indelible mark on history. Her life and tragic end have been immortalized in countless forms of literature and art. From the quill of Shakespeare to the brush strokes of Michelangelo, Cleopatra has been depicted as a figure of power, intrigue, and tragic romance. Each portrayal adds another layer to her captivating persona, reflecting the enduring fascination with her life. Her story has transcended the confines of history books, permeating popular culture and becoming a source of inspiration for countless works of fiction. Her legacy serves as a testament to her remarkable life, a life marked by political struggles, passionate love affairs, and a tragic end. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, remains one of history's most captivating figures, her life a testament to political cunning, strategic alliances, and a tragic end.